Yep. What going on? Welcome to another live streamed episode of A Different Day with Jah and
Neci. Good afternoon.
How you doing, Neci? How you doing today? Tell the truth.
I tired like a walk mule, my son. Jesus.
See, slavery ain't done.
They just reincarnated into a different name. That's all they're doing.
Yo, as for me, I'm okay. So for anybody that might be in GA or might be concerned about people in GA, so I don't actually live in Atlanta. I just say that because it's easier. I don't have to explain where I live. But I actually live in Columbus, Georgia, which is southwest. It's like right by the Alabama line. I can literally drive across the bridge to Alabama.
Okay.
So down here, luckily we ain't got to worry about no snow. It is still cold. It's actually raining right now. But yeah, that's what's going on with me on this side. I hope my GA people, I hope y'all good. I'm praying for no power outages. That's what I'm concerned with.
Okay. Is it snowing in Atlanta or it's just...
Yes.
It is?
Yes, it's coming down. What's going on, Darren? Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to share the live. Let people know that we tuned in. I know we weren't here last week, but we're here now. So tap in with us. All right. So how was your week? Neci, what just happened now?
I don't know. My
Come on now.
The stuff started glitching. I don't know. It just started glitching. No, I had a busy week, productive, busy, labor intensive, mentally draining. I had some good positive things that happened, really fulfilling, entertaining. But I want to give a shout out to my wifey, Chef Tanisha, for Sweet and Spicy Sensations. She did a soft launch of one of her dreams that she's been having since she came back home, which was doing beachside dinners. So she had a very small core group of us to kind of do a trial run on. So I was very honored that my wife selected me. Of course, yes, I know I'm his wife, but still, I still feel grateful. And it was a vibe. The view was amazing. It was a really great spot. The setup was amazingly done. Loved the concept. It was a really good group of people. We were just talking and, having conversations and different things. And of course, the food was chef's kiss.
Okay.
So congrats to her on her first soft launch. If you're not following Sweet and Spicy Sensation, you're going to miss out this year. There will be no food sales on her regular page. It'll be on her business page. And with that said, she's doing a Valentine's Day event, a beachside dinner for Valentine's Day. So, man, text she real quick, or you could go with your girlfriends too. Book your spots. They're limited. Don't wait till February 23rd to be texting she, but if she have space. That ain't gonna happen. So book your space, check it out, and much success to her on this new venture.
So the Valentine's Day meal that she's having, is this on the beach as well or no?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow. So, and there's room though. There's still room to go ahead and get in on this?
I don't know how much space left. I just kind of advertised. Until she said all the space them sold, I'm going to just keep, promoting for her to people to RSVP. Because it is a paid event. I think I don't know what her process is in terms of you get to make a deposit to secure space or whatever. But the menu is also posted. So if you go on the page, if you go on Sweet and Spicy Sensations page, you'll see the menu. So you can decide if you want to do that. The menu is up. You know what you're getting. You can make a decision.
That's what's up. So guys, it's the ladies' time.
Or girls, because girls can make up reservations too. They honey sick. Treat your man like the king he is.
I like that. Thanks for the correction. So, ladies and gentlemen, you still have an opportunity to get a beachside taste of Sweet and Spicy Sensations big up Miss Chef Tanisha Daward. She is actually classically culinarily trained, unlike some others who cook some pot fish and all of a sudden they chef this and chef that. She is actually a chef, all right? And she's been doing this for years. That's her business. That is what she does, all right? She don't have no other job. This is literally what she does.
But she was trained to do.
Mm-hmm. Ain't somebody be like, hey, girl, you should sell it now. You went to
Some
school.
people kitchen food that they could cook in their house ain't the same as commercial food for everybody to eat on the street. That's two different kind of cooking, eh? You gotta know the difference.
Facts. Oh, and let me say this because the person won't say. If you're cooking for people and doing to-go plates and stuff, try to make sure as best you can that the presentation that you show to promo the food is the same as what the person is going to take home. If you know that you cannot do that, don't showcase that type of, you get what I'm saying? If it's 1-1 and you could do it, cool. But if that's bad advertising, really. Some people get upset even if the food tastes good, it don't look like what you presented. You check what I'm saying? But that's my little spiel. I'm just a consumer of food. I don't produce it myself, so I don't know what the process is or how hard it is. But keep that in mind if you're selling plates. All right. Now, what we also want to remind you is for the people on St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John, territory-wide, keep in mind that coming up, we got the State of the Territory coming up tomorrow, and WTJX will actually be broadcasting live at 6:30 p.m. So tune in to WTJX TV channel 12 if you can, or you could stream it on WTJX.org. The State of the Territory, Governor Albert Bryan, this is his final State of the Territory. You won't want to miss this, all right? And here's some of the other commentary that you will be receiving. I want to make sure, because Miss Marcelina Douglas, I was not talking about you specifically when I made my gaslighting campaign.
I always borderlining in trouble. Look at you.
Y'all should know who I'm talking about. But here we go. We got Con Davis II, a business owner. Usi Richards, former senator. We got Miss Marcelina Douglas. Kai Walker, Esquire, attorney at law. Huh?
It's Key.
Key. Is that K-Y-E pronounced Key?
Her name is Key.
Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it. Key Walker, Esquire, attorney at law. And Kurt Marsh, community activist. They'll also be providing commentary and reactions. Tune in tomorrow live. And stop with the AI food. As far as the cooking, stop with the AI food. Yeah. True. If you are a cook and this isn't your first event, you should have pictures of your food already. You shouldn't need to post AI pics. That's one thing where you need to keep it out. All right. Hola, what going on? Keep on the track in the place. What going on? Yeah, thank you. It's Key. Thank you for the correction. All right. What else we got going on? So this is some stateside information real quick. And because it's a movie that is near and dear to my heart, the actors, the producers, everybody involved, this is very near and dear to my heart. Sinners is actually breaking a record at the Oscars. They have a whopping 16 nominations. Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Original Screenplay, Best Casting, Best Cinematography, Best Costume Design, Best Film Editing, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Production Design, Best Original Score, Best Original Song, Best Sound, Best Visual Effects. Woo! They are breaking records and they deserve it. If you have watched it, you should know what I'm talking about, because everything that they were nominated for, I feel like they could possibly win. Except for maybe, Best Original Score. Oh man. Oh best song.
Best Original Score. Why they can't win Best
Hold
Original
up. Hear me out. Slow down. Like somebody
That's
sits
the
you
one
on
I thought was
you.
gonna pay.
I know you're gonna feel some type of way. However, K-pop Demon Hunters has the score of the set. I'm saying it does, man. AI food picks is crazy. Yeah, if you're selling plates, that's crazy. And they better win. I ain't really all 16, that would be great. I'm not naive to believe that they're gonna take home all 16.
No.
If they don't win best actor, best director, I feel some type of way because my boy Michael B. Jordan played 2 different characters, right? And you could tell them both apart. And then, no, he played 3 when you think about it, because Vampire Stack was very different than regular Stack. All right? That K-pop Demon Hunter tracks hit for real. It does. I actually went and pulled a couple of them on my YouTube. You just gotta see for yourself. I'm sorry.
I've seen the movie.
Huh? You haven't
I've seen the movie.
What do you think about that soundtrack? Tell the truth.
I don't care for it. I just don't.
You don't care for the movie?
The songs either. I think that it's catchy. It has a catchy jingle to it. I'll give it that.
Jingle. All right. Yeah. Y'all tell us if you've watched both movies, right? And I ain't even up on like K-pop. I'm not big on K-pop at all. However, Sinners versus Demon Hunters, right? Because Sinners, I think there was a lot of music that was also not original, but the Sinner soundtrack is dope as hell. Don't get me wrong. But Sinners versus Demon Hunters soundtrack, which one do you think the score is better with? I know I ain't gonna get chastised, but it's cool. 50% ain't bad. 50% of what? I think they're going to win at least 8. 8 would be amazing.
Agreed.
Me ain't got no kids to be watching Demon Hunter, LOL. Go check out the soundtrack. And Sinner score, don't get me wrong, because that dude, Miles Caton, oh man, that I lied to you. Oh, I know. I get it.
I didn't realize Raphael Sadiq wrote that. That was a good thing to learn. That
was a darn good song. And the soundtrack is off the chain, and a lot of it did move me. But yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm sorry. It's up there too. It's pretty high on the list. I'm just saying. The soundtrack had me like, wow. Like all the colonization of R&B aside.
I feel like you're going against your culture here. I mean, like this.
You see, I knew it. I had to put my woke hat. I had to take my woke hat off a little bit.
But going against your culture, I mean, like I don't like that for you. Because it couldn't be me. I couldn't have done that.
We gonna see. As long as they take home Best Actor, just because he really showed his acting skills to play a set of twins. And for both of them to have 2 different personalities, and it wasn't just Michael B. Jordan playing himself. Like, it was amazing. 16 nominations for Sinners. Congrats. I was very disappointed to see Timothée Chalamet won Best Actor for that show about a ping pong hustler. I do feel some type of way, but I still got fingers crossed, even though I don't watch these types of shows, because I still remember Oscars So White. I have not forgotten. All right. But congratulations to them still, because it's still a major achievement and they are breaking records. What are you so deep into?
I just read that comment that
kind of threw you.
Yeah. Right. I don't know if you saw it, but you know.
I must have missed it. I ain't put it up on my screen. Which comment this is from who?
I ain't even saying all of that.
Oh man. All right. Yeah.
You only need one guess anyway, but yeah, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can guess already. Well, we go real quick. We're gonna transition into the latest news. You know, it's a different day on here. We always cover the latest news, local, national, and trending topics. But first, we gotta give a shout out to the boss lady on her newest track. So, because you know we are live streaming on 101.3 Row FM WVI, the #1 station in the U.S. Virgin Islands. We gotta big up the boss lady on her new track because I like it. I really dig this one. You know what I'm saying? Once she get it, the actual visuals out, I think it's gonna be amazing. But she came hard with this one. Check out the boss lady in what the name is again?
Prada myself.
Prada myself.
Double C, my shades on, I ain't trying to see nobody. None of you bitches. Put it on every one of my pictures. Like, show me the money, I coming to get it. Speak on my name and I'm coming to get you. ASAP, I been a real bitch, been a boss. In the smoke like then I floss. I'ma go and get it if I want it. I ain't really tripping white cops. I'm back and better, they say they could tell. Double C's my bag of Chanel. Yeah, I be that bitch for real. That bitch. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, I pop that shit for real. Like, huh? I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, got sex, got whip a pig. Like, what? I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. So I Louis V and proud of myself. Yeah, I win and I got it myself. I ain't waiting for nobody help. Big coat, long hair, dragon, big body, gal. Yeah, I already know I stop bitch, so you ain't gotta tell me I ain't asking.
Oh, we proud of herself too. We proud of herself too. I like it. Very, very Cardi B-esque. I like it. I like that. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah. What did the young lady said she ate on that one?
Okay, not you know that little slang that they're trying to be talking. Look at you. I am so proud.
Yeah, she ate. All right. So big up the boss lady one more time on the new track. I'm hoping there's a album coming behind and more singles, but we love it. Shout out Big Bro, not the little one, on 101.3 Ro FM. All right, what else we got? So yeah, we're gonna slide into the latest news now. If I could get up.
Okay.
Oh boy. This thing always used to be off. This thing always sabotaging me, dog. Good Lord.
Yeah, you're taking over. You know, you gotta be careful.
Let me see something. Let me see if I could get to it. Give me a second. But other than that, while we're flowing through, so did you know that locally there was an arrest? And I'm not even mad about it. There was an arrest made, and the VI is making news once again for all the wrong reasons. On, you know, the what I call the soul plane of the United States.
Oh, the spirit. That was St. Thomas?
St. Thomas, yeah. What you mean?
With the dogs?
Yes.
I didn't even notice that was in St. Thomas. That's to show you how much I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it was St. Thomas, the lady with the two dogs. So here that is. We're gonna go into the latest spirit arrest. This is the video from it.
Spirit missile. Never show who they by my head. Who they by their head, man. Man, the poor dog, and as we reach by the baddest one more drunk now. My God. The dog that won't go without.
As we reach by the bar, this woman was drunk, you know. As they reach by the bar.
They said she was very intoxicated.
Well, that's usually what causes it, right?
That too, and she had those two big dogs, and then she didn't have the right. I know they don't typically let them on the plane without having the right type of bags for those pets anyway. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what happened with the whole dog situation, to be honest with you.
I don't understand what happened myself, but what I know is that okay, I didn't think that they'd let two big dogs onto the plane like that and like no carrier.
That's what I'm saying.
And then, so them are saying she should be supposed to be hit with a no-fly list, right? people get on here for less, to be honest. My thing is, okay, her punishment was very lax. Let me say that. Because she was charged, and her bail was $100. $100. You get charged more than that for an overweight bag, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't it $100 for an ILC, cup of noodles, and a Sprite or Spirit? It's $50 for the big seat. Like, what? $100. I think she got off quite easy. And also, isn't Spirit also to blame, though? When we think about it, for letting her get that far and to get onto the plane, isn't Spirit also like a part of the problem? Talk to me. What do you think about that, Neci?
I mean, I know there's some. I'd have to tap into my, my U.S. Airways flight connoisseur when I have a second to ask the question. I know different airlines might have different rules for how they handle things, but there's usually a universal rule for certain things. Those dogs usually have to be in a carrier. She had 2. I've never seen a person with 2 on board a flight before, which is unless she paid for 2 seats. I don't know if she paid for seats. I don't know. But the only thing I got from comments and stuff, it seems like she was very intoxicated, unable. She was not following commands, a little slurring of her words and things like that. So usually they can make the decision, the flight attendants, that she's unable to fly. Because if something happens in an emergency and she can't follow commands, then they're liable, right? And so hopefully the people on the plane them come with the whole story. I should write the whole story and drop it, but that's what I heard.
So this is what was reported from the VI Consortium, right? A woman was arrested Thursday afternoon at the Sierra Leone Airport after authorities say she caused a disturbance aboard a Spirit Airlines flight and refused to comply with crew instructions just moments before the aircraft was scheduled to depart. Authorities said the situation escalated further during a verbal confrontation when Brown allegedly kicked an officer in the chest. In the chest. Right? According to the VIPD, Spirit Airlines employees requested assistance from Port Police after a passenger began causing a disruption on the flight. Officers boarded the aircraft and identified Angela Christine Brown as the source of the disturbance. Police said Brown was loud and non-compliant and appeared to be intoxicated. She reportedly refused repeated instructions to disembark the aircraft and accept rebooking. That sounds like she getting away with. Anyway, after being warned that she would be arrested if she did not comply, Brown eventually agreed to leave the plane, but then declined to identify her luggage to officers. This woman was a problem the whole time. The police reported that she continued to struggle until she was restrained, handcuffed, and detained. A video of the incident was obtained by TMZ and shared on Facebook, which you just showed you. Because Brown was traveling with 2 service dogs. You need 2 service dogs? 2? That don't sound right to me. She could not be remanded into custody. She was instead granted bail in the amount of $100. See what these comments say. Good thing I fly American Airlines. It may not be perfect, but definitely a classier clientele. Okay. Hey, Delta is really top of tops, but what do I know? Wouldn't there be more charges federally? I would assume so. She was getting kickback. Got to be drunk to do a chest kick. You check? And then kick off the man body camera and all. Especially on a flight. If the person was local, it would have been worse, for sure. They dragging her killed me. Dog then was getting sell off or point if I bit.
Wow, y'all are mean. What the dog them at? The dog them at the step just waiting peacefully to respond. The dog them ain't do nothing.
Something about 2 service.
They were unleashed and at the steps sitting like good dogs do. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
They could have been running around the
So-
airport, causing all the whole airport to shut down. They could have been doing that.
But that's the thing though. Like I cannot wrap my head around the fact that you could charge me so much for bags, but causing this whole disturbance and like literally getting kicked off the plane and all of that and stopping the flight on its time and all of that, $100 bail? That's wild.
Well, the airlines don't determine the charges or the bail. The whatever fees the airlines charge, that's their choice to charge those. But I agree, because the bail fee can't be equivalent to my bag fee. That don't make no sense.
Exactly. Yo, Keita says something about 2 service dogs feel racist. Yeah, Siobhan, them dogs bark at black people.
You see how I am messy?
But why she needed 2? It's true. Why do you need 2 service?
I've never seen 2 service dogs. Like, people use that word service dogs to get away with having to do the other steps they need to do to have the dogs to travel.
It gotta be. Hold on. Let me try a thing real quick to get on here, because StreamYard playing with my emotions right now. And I see this little imbecile trolling in the comments. I do see you, clown. But anyway.
Who's the clown and who trolling
I
who?
just been posting this clown. YouTube comment, hey. Listen, people need to understand, right? I am an older guy. I have been born in the fire of Yahoo. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I have been on Yahoo chat. That's real racism. You cannot troll me, clown, with some YouTube clownishness. Only because I can't cuss out here them. But you cannot defeat me, sir. But hey, look, Tanisha, now she shows up. Now, yeah, you miss our whole shout out to you and your new endeavors. What are you
Yeah. Hey, wifey. Yeah, you missed you. I shout you out earlier in the show, so you can always go clip it and post it.
We.
I mean, I was talking to my wife directly. My bad. I just zone out when I smishing your back.
Yes. Listen, ASL. What you know about that? That mean talking as hell. The substitute I gave for. What I know about age, sex, location. What I know about I am in. You check what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to troll me. I was in these streets when Hot Layer was hot.
Have to wait for 3 minutes at 9 p.m. They know nothing.
They don't know. But
I never had my work on chores done so early in my, like, prepared. Done shower for bed, everything. 8:45, I ready. Making sure no miss nothing else lingering around the place. Yeah.
It's very funny because you don't even know what real trolling is. All this about your mother should have swallowed you, that's old. Like, I've been around the block. She says, sorry, I was sleeping. I'll check into it when I lie down. Yeah, it's going to probably become a clip. Don't worry too much. All right. Let me see what else we got to talk about today.
The lady pen, she promised pasta salad today. You know,
what is up with Ayan? It's pasta.
It's a pasta salad. It's different.
Hey, Tanisha, also, listen, don't forget me when I come back home, because I usually don't use that. I need the veggie burgers in the stewed veggie burger. I need that.
You making that for you. You have this veggie burger in this.
I need that. You hear what I'm telling you? I need that. We got to rely on dial-up to use AIM. LOL. We got patience. Listen, what you know about it taking 5 minutes to see some boobs online? I'm really from this. I really do this, bro. That's why it'll kill me. Like these TikTok comments and God, I'm from the internet before community standards.
Right. They didn't even know about having to wait for channel 48 first to clear up a little bit to get a glimpse of.
What do you know about 48 and pressing 00000?
Having to wait, you just started to clear a little bit on channel 48 just to get a little glimpse. You know what?
Yo, I'm really from these internet streets.
Yeah.
Y'all understand? I'm from when the internet used to come in the mail. Well, y'all know about that. How dare you? Anyway, that's why I could do this content creation stuff, because it's easy. It's easy to me because you can't troll me. There's nothing you could say that Yahoo ain't done put me through the fire with. Come on. Hey, they don't know about how you would be in a chat room. Y'all know about chat rooms like before community standards? Oh my God. Or the download stop halfway or somebody pick up the phone. Somebody pick up the Man. What you know about a landline, baby? Damn, I forgot. Yes.
They didn't even know about having to return the damn DVD to Blockbuster before the time up so you don't get a late fee charge. You just have to make sure you gotta make that to drop that Dropbox outside the door, right outside to make sure, and you gotta tap the glass so they could see to pick it up to scan it because you trying to be late, because you know you kind of late.
Hey, but I will say,
can't pressure
we should be doing better than falling for Rage Vape. That's what we're doing. We're cloning. We played. That's exactly what we're doing. We're not falling for it at all. That's why I was skipping over it. But I think it's funny when people try to troll me online because it's like there's nothing you could do or say to hurt me, really. Like we've been around and relax in the comments. It's only because I can't cuss. If this was a Same Difference live, I'd have been ratting him, but I can't. Exactly. What you know about a party line?
It's a different day.
She said she got me. She said she got me for my stewed veggie burger. We're gonna see. I'm gonna keep our eye updated on the stewed veggie burger status. All right. Next thing in the news, we have Mr. White, former Department of Sports, Parks, and Recreation Commissioner Calvert White was sentenced Thursday to 60 months, 5 years in federal prison, followed by 36 months of supervised release, after being convicted of honest services, wire fraud, and bribery concerning programs receiving federal funds. Let me get this. What are they saying in the comments? Remember you had to wait till after your mother found me let you use the internet. Sharing a phone. I don't even know about sharing a phone. Times are hard. Judge Mark Kearney allowed White to self-surrender on March 2nd, 2026 at 2 p.m., ordering that he remain on GPS monitoring during the period leading up to his surrender. Co-defendant Benjamin Hendricks was sentenced to 5 years and 8 months in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release after being convicted of honest services wire fraud and bribery concerning programs receiving federal funds. According to prosecutors, Hendricks acted as an intermediary facilitating alleged bribe payments between cooperating witness David Whitaker and White tied to the DSPR camera contract. White was facing up to 30 years in prison when he entered the courtroom for sentencing, 0 to 10 years of bribery involving federal funds, and 0 to 20 years for honest services wire fraud. Jesus. However, sentencing guidelines, the fact that this was White's first offense, and extensive pleas for leniency submitted through letters, live testimony on Thursday, and White's own statement to the court ultimately resulted in a sentence significantly lower than even the prosecution initially sought. Also helping White was his attorney's successful argument concerning the proper valuation of the benefit used to calculate the federal sentencing guidelines. The guideline range initially stood at 151 to 188 months, driven by the government's theory that the intended benefit of the bribery scheme justified a higher monetary enhancement. Darren asked, was the 12 years just right or too excessive? Is the 5 years a better amount? Siobhan Telwe. I actually have some comments from when we asked that I'm going to show in a little bit after I finish with this reading. The dispute centered on how to measure the benefit of a contract that was never carried out. Prosecutors contended that even without execution, projected costs showed Manitos would have spent about $600,000 on equipment and another $600,000 on labor. So what is that, 1 million, 1.2 million? Is that right? Yeah. And that sentencing law required only a reasonable estimate of value. Defense attorneys pushed back, arguing the figures were speculative, pulled from estimates and emails rather than real-world performance, and that because the deal never advanced, no money changed hands, no work occurred, and no profit was earned. As a result, he said the government had not proven a benefit sufficient to justify the higher guideline range. Judge Kearney ultimately sided with the defense in part, While acknowledging that some measurable benefit existed, he rejected the government's highest valuations and instead found that the evidence supported a benefit exceeding 150,000, but not more than 250K, substantially lower than prosecutors had urged. That determination reduced the monetary enhancement and lowered the offense level from 14 to 10, recalibrating the advisory guideline range, first narrowing it to 121 to 151 months, and then to a final range of 97 to 121 months. The reduction proved pivotal, substantially lowering the benchmark the court was required to consider and directly influencing the ultimate sentence imposed. So, I got some of these stuff to answer your question. Darren asked, and I want to ask you in the comments also, was it 12 years just right or too excessive? Is it 5 years a better amount? Let us know in the comments. Yoshi says he need to do 10 and make he do at least 5 years of community service with that GPS. What going on, Maria? What going on? All right, so we're going to ask you, was the conviction too light or just right? We're talking about Calvert White's conviction. Was his conviction too light or just right? All right. So this commenter had said they should have given him the maximum allowed, which is 12. This other commenter is saying it should have been 10. Somebody else this will happen to, but they ain't going to be well known or nothing. I just hope y'all screaming the same thing for them too. Other commenter said 5 years is whatever, but let's be real. If the feds wasn't investigating, none of this would have never happened. Only time they are sorry and want leniency is when they get caught. Not one of them who was doing wrong stood up and took the initiative. Agreed? So, a commenter actually thinks that the sentencing did not suit the crime. It was unjust. And they actually think for a first-time offender, he should get probation with restitution requirements or suspended sentence with restitution requirements. What do you think about this? But before we go on, hold up. Let me run this real quick. Disclaimer. The views and opinions on this show do not necessarily reflect the views of the broadcaster. If you want to hold anyone responsible, please hold me, Jah, me and me alone, responsible for any views and opinions expressed on this show. Do not hold 101.3 responsible. This is solely our opinion. All right? Siobhan, the actual attorney, I think the judge struck a good balance between punishment and rehabilitation. I'm going to say this. I think that I don't know. I feel like getting off with just restitution and probation would be too light. Like no jail time seems too light to me. What do you think about that?
Initially I thought it was too harsh but I was only going based on the amount of money they said that he had, I think which was like $12,000 or something like that. I didn't realize that, well, I wasn't following it as closely to realize there was a bigger ploy at play to have this other contract executed that just never happened. And so getting, because I think it was under this comment I asked a similar thing. And I think I got some additional information about, no, it's not just based on like how much money he got. It was based on these things, the wire fraud initiative that it was like a plotting scheme. And so, yeah, I mean, 5 years, I think the timing is fine. More than likely, good behavior, he'll be out in 2-3 years anyway. He still has to do the probation part of it, which actually, probation to me is worse than doing the time because you're free, but you're not really free. Like when you're in jail, you're in jail. You gotta follow the rules of the jail, whatever. But when you're out, when you're out of jail, you feel like you're back. You could start to be back. You're like, nah, no. More people feel like they rather just go back and have to deal with the probation part of their sentencing. So, monkey see, monkey do, but every monkey don't get to have the same tree benefits, right? So they're gonna learn. I'm glad they're making examples out of them. And my only comment was, not my comment, my thought was, if this is the case for this, I can't wait to see the other big case coming with this Wood situation, because that's the one I really want to see what can play out with that one. I can't hear you.
What was the name of the person trial that you want to see? The full name?
The Charlemagne's case.
Okay, gotcha. Darren is saying, I think people forget that Cal is now a felon. He tapped out from a lot of benefits because of this judgment. Jail ain't easy too. 5 years in jail ain't easy too.
No.
So, but yeah, supposedly he's tapped out of a lot of benefits, but in the Virgin Islands, it's very different. It's still who you know and how many friends you got. So it's about the principle. He was stealing, and if it was a normal person, they would have gotten real time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, I guess we'll never know for real, but I agree with you. That does impact the judgment. Who the person is absolutely holds some sort of weight.
No, because I know of a case of a lady here a couple years ago. I think she was still like 100,000. She got like 3 years. So that's why I was thinking the 5 is a lot for the amount that he stole, but not deep diving into all of the charges and what the whole process was happening. That's a little very different.
Yeah, and also, you know, sometimes it depends on the judge that you get. It depends on if they're trying to set a standard, a precedent. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you turn into the deterrent for other people. But yeah, all right. Next topic. This I want I had to really pay attention to, right? Because the level of unnormal that we're in, it just keeps getting more and more and piling more of it on top of it. So check this out. A judge blocks the Trump administration from destroying or altering evidence in deadly Minneapolis pew-pewing. Minnesota officials filed a lawsuit after claiming they were unable to inspect the scene with a Border Patrol agent unalive Alex Peretti. A judge is literally, they know it's going to happen, so they're trying to stop that from happening. That's where we are. All right. A federal judge in Minnesota has blocked the Trump administration from destroying or altering evidence related to a deadly pew-pewing involving a Border Patrol agent in Minneapolis on Saturday. The ruling came after the Hennepin County Attorney's Office and the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension filed a lawsuit Saturday to prevent the destruction of evidence in the shooting unaliving of Alex Peretti, a 37-year-old Minneapolis resident unalived by a Border Patrol agent during an immigration enforcement operation. According to the Department of Homeland Security, Peretti approached Border Patrol agents armed with a 9mm pew-pew and violently resisted when they attempted to disarm him. The groups represented by the Minnesota Attorney General's office said the litigation is accompanied by a motion for a temporary restraining order that asks the court to immediately prevent the defendants from destroying any evidence related to the pew-pewing. The lawsuit, filed in the U.S. District Court for the District of Minnesota, names DHS, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Customs and Border Patrol, and U.S. Border Patrol, as well as Attorney General Pam Bondi as defendants. Yes, so if you didn't know, there's been a second person unalived in Minneapolis since this whole ICE invasion has occurred. This is the second one. So Renee Good, she was unalived, and now Mr. Peretti, he's been unalived. There's a video, and already the spin has started because we don't want to. The news is already very depressing all over. It's snowing here, it's snow apocalypse here. We got sharks here. We just gonna skip through it. Y'all know what's going on, man. Good afternoon, Ms. Copeland. What are you saying? Yeah, so that's where we're at. Judges are actually having to get involved in advance to tell the Trump administration, do not alter evidence. All right. And your president, he has also, in the meantime, because we can't keep up with his actions, he's also denounced peace because he was denied the Nobel Peace Prize. And this young lady right here, Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado, says she presented President Donald Trump with a Nobel Peace Prize medal at their White House meeting. She gave the man a second-hand gift of the Nobel Peace Prize, and the Nobel Peace people are saying that you can't do that. So since Donald Trump has denounced peace, the Greenland thing that he was on, that's done with, because now there's a deal being put in place to placate President Trump, and he's basically getting the same arrangement that we've always had since World War II. All right, that's your news for that right there. Let me see what the comments saying. Them people is unaliving people for no reason. ICE is a new KKK. Is that the white people are seeing what brown people have been saying about how out of control law enforcement is? That's why I need to stay out of it. Stay out of it and mind your business. All right. Now we got a new segment. We got a new segment we're going to go into that was given to us by the one and only Siobhan Thomas Esquire.
Ooh.
So it's going to be the Mother of the Week. That's what we're talking about. The Mother's
MS.
The MS of the Week. All right. The MS of the Week. So I have to go ahead and send in your submissions of who should be the MS of the Week. If you're from the Virgin Islands, you know what we're talking about. We can't say it because we're censored. The Mother of the Week. And this week's MS of the Week is this guy. You know who he is? Huh? This is the MS of the Week. Why? Because let's show you the video. I can show you better than I can tell you. Did you see it? Because I had to watch the video a couple times. Did you see the pilfering? Did you catch it? Did you catch it the first time? So
the man just needs some ketchup and he didn't want to put it on. No, he want, I get it.
Listen, he was so smooth with it, right? It looked like he was supposed to have the ketchup. Now, okay, so let me correct this first. Initial reports had reported that this ketchup cat burglar had stolen ketchup from this local VI restaurant or diner, and we've since found out from sources that it was actually barbecue sauce. All right, so it's barbecue sauce that this barbecue bandolero, who I've nicknamed Sweet Heat Pete, Mesquite Marvin over here, has taken away from this business. Now, you know, the Virgin Islands, we do not take anything seriously. So they went ahead and put out an APB. So the catsup kidnapper, they were on the lookout for him, and his face was everywhere. Listen. Yes, as the people in the comments have said, it's all good now. It's all good now because he actually has returned. Well, I mean, did he have a choice? He returned the barbecue sauce to the restaurant. But did he have a choice? Because his face was everywhere.
I was dumping it because you know you bringing me back no barbecue sauce you took to your house to my restaurant. That's crazy walk to me. I mean, I love the picture. I love the unity of the picture. But I hope I'll keep telling you back that stuff under the trash because you couldn't solve that to people like, hey, you don't know what happened at home.
True. The man liked his sauce though.
I mean, he could have asked for a little container, squeeze out something into that. Like he had to take the whole bottle.
Yo, I gotta get graphic for the MS of the week. But there he is, the MS of the week. He's no longer a MS because he brought it back. Him and the owner of the place is cool. It's all good. It was all jokes. So it
was a good joke though. That ketchup joke was good.
Yes. I wonder, we just assumed it was ketchup too because we already know when it comes to restaurants, first of all, you ain't gonna charge me for no damn ketchup. charge you for ketchup and sauce. Come on, man. Yeah. But the condiment kidnapper, he brought it back. We good. It's all good. He's no longer MS. All right. So you help me create a graphic for the MS of the week. If you can, send it to Seeing Difference. We need a graphic for this year, and we're gonna do this every week. Slam the owner is a good sport for that. I mean, how could you not? They had a wanted sign. How could you not just, hey, he messed up the place. It was one. I know he was surprised when people started asking for barbecue sauce after Partner leave, but hey. No, Yoshi, what? Yoshi is still next? She said he's still at MS, son.
Yoshi easy. You see, she ain't lying off the gas.
I see. You're a tough person to please, yeah. But yeah, he brought it back. As far as I'm concerned, and it looks like as far as the owner is concerned, we good. It's all good.
It was a good joke.
Yeah, a little jokey joke. No harm, no foul. You know, cool. Now, what I want to do is brighten up our spirits, because too often with the news, you know, it's
you to be trying to depress us on Sundays. Yeah.
Me? By giving the news, I'm depressed. Nah, it's America is in a depressing place right now. I gotta be honest. Things kind of rough right now. But
the therapist gotta be booked. That's all I know.
So I know we all going through it. The economy is rough. So I want to put some smiles on your face. So prepare for this cuteness overload that we got here.
Ooh,
over the weekend on the Big Island St. Croix. This weekend there was the Little League softball / baseball parade. The parade went from Wim Great House or Wim Plantation Museum to Wim softball field. And I got some pics for you. Hope you like them because they're some cutie patooties. All right, so what we got here? The Rebels. You see they got the little shirts and the graffiti style. I like it. I like it. We got the Little Braves, Little League team. Look at it. I wanted to say, I really would have liked to see them in a uniform though. That would have been dope. Here we have the Diamond Defenders with a Pitbull mascot logo. Elmo Plasky, that's a big name in Little League home. I can't really see who these guys are. If you do know who they are, come on and let us know the team
I
name.
like the color.
Here's the Pink Panthers. If you follow Seeing Difference, and you know we've been trying to assist the parents and the staff for getting equipment because they had a registry for their equipment. And it's down to one thing. It's literally only one thing left, and it's a softball glove. So big out the Pink Panthers. They were newly formed by a friend of the show and a friend of ours. You know Bambi is behind this, right? He literally just formed it a couple months ago. So big up Bambi also. Here we have the Crucian Christmas Festival royalty. So that team was the Suns. This team is the Suns because I couldn't really make out what was on the shirt because everybody kind of tilted. Thank you, Siobhan. Elmo Plasky, Little League. Big ups to the Little League. Bring back youth sports all the way. Don't just bring it back, no. You got 10. We got 10 too. That's the Pink Panthers. This is a Christmas Festival royalty. Which one is this? This is the Lady Lions.
A deep red.
I like that. I like that. Isn't this adorable? Aren't they adorable?
The League of Their Own.
I love it. I can't see this team name either. Javon, if you know this team name, go ahead and put it in the comments, please. Keita says, I wish scouts came out here for the kids and teams, but I could be wrong. This is Diamond Dolls, isn't it? I see the doll's name on there. Correct me if I'm wrong, let me know.
Oh, I like the smiles.
Look at this. I don't even see their name. I love the colors of this team.
Okay.
Team Victory. Team Victory. That's big. Team Victory. They already declaring victory on IU. And that was the Diamond Dolls. Let me see. The Diamond Dolls. My daughter is a diamond, so there they are. Which one she is? Which one she is? If she's in this picture. And the Dodgers. Future softball and baseball goats. So if you didn't know, the Virgin Islands is big on baseball, softball too now, and I wish them all luck for the new season, because the season is it already started with this parade. So big them up. I support the cheering them. Go out and see the games, even if you don't have children in the leagues. All right. Love it, love it. What else? All right. So, like I said, we're going to get out the news and try to go into some trending topics. And this was trending recently this week. It caused some confusion because they think that it's rage bait, which it very well might be. But I like the discussions. Whether it's rage bait or not, I like to see how people think about things and what their perspectives are. Neci, you got your glasses on. Can you read this?
I got to take them off. What are we reading? Hold on.
I don't find that strange. You wear glasses, and when it comes time to read, you have to take the glasses off to see. Y'all don't find that strange?
To me, this over 40 thing don't come with no handbook. It'll just pop up, and you when it feel like, and then they'll tell you, oh, it's normal. Nothing about it feels normal, okay?
True.
Nothing feels normal.
That's very true. Once the popping starts, it's all downhill from there.
That's it. Once that birthday candle blow for fat, you take your pictures or not, but the next day, you know the manual in effect, okay?
Hey, you gotta protect your knees, your back, everything when you get over 40, man. You can't be staying out late, all of that there, because Now, I want to ask, whose money do you think this is? Neci gonna read this to you. Tell us in the comments, whose money is it?
I really got to get my glasses to read this. I'm not even joking. This sounds like, this is a rage bait. Okay, so my daughter is 20, and I recently got a big payout of $61,347 from back pay child support her father owed me. He was in a wreck involving an 18-wheeler, and child support garnished his entire settlement. I'm using the money to buy a house for me and my husband, and to take our younger kids to Japan this spring. My baby daddy called and convinced my daughter that it's somehow her money and that I need to give it to her. If it was her money, it would have her name on it, and that's check, and the check's not my money. I raised her. That's reimbursement for me doing his part of the financial responsibility of raising our child. My daughter is currently on felony probation and can't come to Japan with us. But besides all that, she's grown. I don't owe her anything. She should be grateful to me and my husband for raising her, but instead she blocked both of us.
Yeah, so whose money is that?
Let me put my glasses on.
Last time I checked, that was child support. Child support. Kita says it is her money technically. Child support, one more time. Child for the child. That's what I'm saying, but she's no longer a child. What do you think about that, Neci?
I do agree she's no longer a child. The mom, so one, it's not something the mom came into of her own accord. It was given to her by the court. Once you win any lump sum money, it's always going to be garnished if you have outstanding debt in a lot of those states. And another thing those states to do, as a sidebar real quick, is if you was incarcerated in some of those states and you win a lump sum settlement money, they deduct your cost of incarcerating you from your lump sum settlement. So they'll find a way to get the money out of you, right? So the mom came into the money honestly. I'm sure she wasn't expecting to get any of the money back. Okay, whatever it was to raise. And technically, she did raise the young lady in whatever way she had to do it. We don't know what a mother do to raise her child to get her to be a 20-year-old young adult. First of all. Secondly, she's using the money wisely. She's buying a home which is a good investment. It's the daughter, it doesn't say the daughter lives with her or not, so I don't know. But I do feel like some of the money should be put into a CD or a high yield savings account for the daughter to be able to get when she becomes of a certain age. I think that's important. And the reason I say I wouldn't give it to her now and put it in a savings or a CD is because clearly she's on felony charges. She out there doing felony things. She ain't in the right state of mind right now to be giving no lump sum money to spend. She won't have it by the time she turns 22, maybe not. Now, I don't think that they should have went to Japan without the young lady. They should have took a trip with her. She should be involved in the trip. But then again, she can't go nowhere. So it's a very itchy thing. It was written to cause rage bait, that or drive conversation, because that page is a fake page that does post nonsense. Because I already looked it up. But it's an interesting topic. That's what I think. I think buying the house is not a bad investment. Hopefully the daughter is benefiting from the home, or she has a room in the house or whatever it is. So she has her own space in the home. If she's in the home, I don't see anything wrong with it. Maybe they're still living in an apartment and they're never able to purchase a home because she had to raise this child and she wasn't getting any child support from the father. Some people live the work out like that. But my only problem is not having money put aside for her from that settlement. She should have some of that put aside for her. And the trip that they're taking to Japan without her, even though she can't go. That's my only two issues with it.
All right. That's legit. Let me read the comments. Like I said, Keita said it is her money technically. Child support. One more time. Child for the child. Darren says, in my humblest opinion, although I have no kids, I would have recommended mom 80% and daughter 20%. I think it's the way the mom made the post and the tone of it. She rough to them.
No, she ain't playing with nobody.
No, she a mothers. She a MS. The daughter needed to get a substantial amount of that. The dad was stiffed because it was for injuries. They should have acquired that some other how. Now, listen. One thing I will say: if you owe, you need to pay. However you could pay, you need to pay. So if you got a lump sum of money, the state should not leave it up to you to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. As a man, if you owe someone, pay them. That money has been racking up. Them things didn't come out of nowhere now.
No.
Keita says feds don't play, but she needs to give at least $5,000 to her daughter, to be honest. Something. Or maybe a 50-50 split at the least. Rage bait, you say? Irie, never mind. Because I was about to say this story is insane. You see, that's why I don't care necessarily if it's rage bait or not. The conversation is what I'm looking for. I want to see what people's perspective is. Yeah. Although people do get rage baited, which confuses me. Like, so when y'all read stuff, take yourself out of it, no man. Take your personal experiences and all of this stuff with your baby daddy and whatnot out of it. Just try to engage logically, because that's what I be trying to do. I don't be trying to rage bait people. I'm trying to find out your perspective. The captions are wild. Agreed 100%, Missy. What Pumpa say? Give me my money.
My money.
Yeah. I mean, if you all pay, that's it. I don't want her to see you online. You need, every time I see you, you should be struggling or paying me. That's it. All I want to see from you is struggle or my money. Because I don't like to owe people. I don't care if it's $1.
So you owe me some stuff, but we're going to talk about it after. I don't want to embarrass you.
Wow. With friends like these,
I just want to talk about it.
Like you never eat with or without child support. I mean, yeah, but she's owed that. Listen.
But and the thing is, no, but I mean, how the post is written, of course, it sounds bad. We do not know what the mom had to do to be able to raise this child without getting the child support in the time frame. $61,000 is not no little money. That's not no year of child support. That's only from when that child was small. Yeah. She ain't been getting that child support money, right? And so you don't know what I had to sacrifice to do the job don't have, the car that I had to keep trying to put duct tape on because I can't afford to get a better replacement, the apartment I maybe had to raise my kids in because I can't move them to a better place because it's just my income or whatever. We don't ever think about what the mom had to incur prior to raise this child without getting the support that she needed. And so, and more than likely, she wasn't getting support financially. He wasn't supporting the child physically with being there and being attentive or picking up after school and those type of things. The fact that he picked up the phone to call the child to tell it says a lot about the dad too. Because he's butthurt that she got that money, even though it is for his child. And so he was, nobody can tell me who plans to give that child no money either. None. He was hurt that they garnished his wages without the mother knowing, because she didn't know that was going to happen. And so my thing is we're very quick to be like, yeah, child support money, give it to the child. No, that mom could be in debt, take out loans that we don't know she have, and she trying her best to pay them back. That she not talking about, because that's what we have to do to raise our kids. It always seems so easy to just make these decisions because we don't have the intricacies of what happened, and that's unfair to the mom. I think if she had told me she was spending the money loosey goosey to get her hair done or whatever, she's buying a home.
Yeah.
She want to take her family on a trip, but she can't take the daughter because the daughter clearly is a felon. And I don't know what she out here doing in the people's streets, but she clearly can't leave to go nowhere. But I do think that she should take her on a trip or something that she can do I don't know if she could leave the state. Some of them, they can't even leave the state. But she should save some money for her, put it in something that it'll grow and invest and yield from, that she can do something where hopefully when she catches herself later in life and she really realizes that, the young, the 20, they do a lot of stupidness. And you gotta let them go through certain phases, and then you could give it to her that she can do something wisely with it.
All right. So here's my.
Japan is not cheap. Wait, you been Japan? You been Japan? Japan is not cheap.
It ain't even cheap to get here. What are we talking about?
Japan is not cheap.
Yoshi said my youth ain't gonna eat with or without child support. I don't think that was the problem here. I think the issue is that you owe money. You should pay it. What our shirts say, the one with the barcode, ton costs money. Just sell it. If you're gonna ask me for money because I smashed, just sell it. But yeah, I don't think the mom is wrong for keeping some of the money, just not all of it. Mm-hmm. Yoshi says, could have gotten her a good lawyer and gotten her off, then they all go to Japan. What I'll say, let me read it one more time.
We don't know what felony charges she earned to be able to go. I wasn't spending the money on a lawyer for to go to Japan.
I'm gonna read it one more again. So my daughter is 20, and recently I just got a big payout of $61K from back paid child support her father owed me. He was in a wreck involving an 18-wheeler, and child support garnished his entire settlement. I'm using the money to buy a house for me and my husband, and to take our younger kids to Japan this spring. My baby daddy called and convinced my daughter that it's somehow her money, that I need to give it to her. If it was her money, it would have her name on the check. That's my money. I raised her. That's reimbursement for me doing his part of the financial responsibility of raising our child. My daughter is currently on felony probation and can't come to Japan with us. But besides all that, she's grown. I don't owe her anything. She should be grateful to me and my husband for raising her, but instead she blocked both of us. All right. So for me, I agree with Darren as far as taking the whole thing when you have a child on felony probation seems kind of wild to me. Like, at least put aside some money for the lawyer fees or something. Put something aside for the child, because the child is not done. They're still your child, and they're still gonna have things that you're gonna need the money for. So putting all of it, even though it's to a worthy cause, in my opinion, putting away all of it when it is child support, that don't sit right with me. The whole idea of this is mine, this is all mine, I already did. I don't know about that. Whether it's 50-50, 80-20, whatever the split is, I just feel some type of way about the fact that she's taking all of it, right? Like, we don't know how long the husband been in the life, or, why didn't you have a house before now? I don't know. Plus, you have younger children that's benefiting off of it. I think the reason for it being child support of a particular child, some of it at least should go to benefit that child. I ain't gonna comment on whether she was bad, good, or whatever because the child is on felony probation. All of that is speculation. What I will say though, I feel some type of way of the fact that she feel like, hey, this is reimbursement to me. No, it still has a purpose. You shouldn't have had to pay for everything because Tuaya made the child. But the idea that this is reimbursement to me, I don't like that. The reason is still the reason. But yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. Let me see. Lawyer money ain't cheap, never has been. I wouldn't say give it to the child, but rather put towards the child. That's what I'm saying. Like a portion of it at least. Damn. I wonder if my mom can get back child support. LOL. I could use a little 5 to 10K. I want her to get majority of it. I, the lawyer, will not burn that much money on a lawyer for my child being dumb. We ain't even say an amount though. We ain't say an amount.
Yeah, I guess you're a public defender. Shouldn't be alright.
Yeah. I ain't trying to get you locked up for life. A public defender with the doggy suit?
That's what she had anyway.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog. What? She gotta figure out her life. She's still your child though.
I
still
didn't,
is
but
child
no one
too.
just, no, I'm not saying she's not. She still is my child. Listen, these new kids don't make no rational decisions. They don't think nothing through. They don't think next steps. They don't even think. I don't even think that they think there is steps.
Yeah.
Then all they expect to do is do stupid shit and then come with the handle. Oh, help me, save me. No, you gotta save yourself. Sometimes you have to. It's not an easy thing to do.
Okay.
But you do, and I'm not saying not to be supportive. I'm not saying not to be helpful, insightful, whatever. I am saying that whatever charges she's on, to me, I have to feel like she's learned the lesson from the charges she has acquired. Because felony charges are not easy to get rid of or dismiss. I mean, you could dismiss them, but you can't always get rid of them. And so that's going to hinder her life in a very serious way.
Yes.
I don't feel like she deserves any of the money now, 6 piece or not, because I feel like she will spend it recklessly and it would not be for its intended purpose. That's why I suggested putting it in a CD, which is like 5 years or something, where she can't touch that money for a period of time, to give her an opportunity to redeem her life to some degree, and at least the money will be growing into something bigger for her in the future. That's it.
Now, check this out. Here's another reason I think that putting the money aside, at least giving the girl a portion, when I say give, I don't necessarily mean put it in her hand. We know that felony charges, they're going to stay with you for possibly the rest of your life. That's another reason she's going to need money later. You know what I'm saying? Just spending it on something that you're going to use now, you could have given us put away something. Because that's still your daughter. And you don't want her to fail at life. You just want her to learn the lesson. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Just not putting it towards her at all, I'm not cool with that at all. This question, so Jerica, possibly wild question. Would you have still gotten that money if the child in question had passed? I don't know nothing about that.
He passed away?
Yeah. If the child had passed away.
Should have gotten the money.
You said what now? She would have.
Should have gotten the money.
Well, up until the child had passed or whatever. When you owe it, you owe it, basically.
Yes. Yeah. It's on your record. It's a pending. It's a pending case that shows that you have owe X amount of money to X amount of person, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. My edit would be a secret money market account, treasury bond, whatever. That's what I'm saying. Like, put money away for later. You ain't putting nothing away. You putting all of it into a trip and a house. Debt. Nah. Yes, if the child passed, she would have gotten it. Up until I don't even want to say it. I don't even know how to say it because it's going to sound... Yes, if the child had passed, she would have gotten it. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Next topic. Next question, Neci. Hey, if I ever... I don't believe you have, but I got asked because I know your hand them heavy, right? And I doubt it. You had a lot of brothers. Have you ever been bullied?
Absolutely.
You have been bullied?
It was for a short period of time.
Okay. Okay. You want to tell us what you were bullied about?
I had the chest, the small waist, and ass.
You see, sometimes when people say they were bullied, the reasons don't be sounding like maybe your idea of bullying is different from mine.
Because I had a very I don't have like C cups when I started high school.
Okay.
Most girls just kind of transitioning out the training bras into E's and stuff.
So how would they bully you then? About having
making me try to feel like, because boys and men were attracted to me, like I was I guess being hoary or trying to imply that I'm
okay.
being sexually explicit in some way. Like I couldn't even wear my tank tops and short and tights outside because that was not like I was getting bullied at home too, but it's like even that used to cause conversations that I had to stop wearing t-shirts. I couldn't just wear my tank top outside and kind of stuff.
I guess this this comment falls in line. Author Michael Wolff has claimed he was shown pictures of Donald Trump and his then friend Jeffrey Epstein sitting with topless girls of an uncertain age. So Neci said she was bullied for being forthright, I think.
Yeah, because a lot of the girls in school were small and they were skinny and they were petite and so trying to make me. I mean, I wasn't fat, but I guess implying that I'm fat or I'm this or some. I think initially they used to imply like I used to maybe stuff my boobs because they thought they weren't real or like I was trying to present. Yeah, I mean, I kill it because I'm not a confrontational person to just go and confront people and be, oh, what you saying about me, whatever. That's what my sister's for.
So that's our next question. What did you get bullied about as a child? Our next trending topic that we're going to discuss. What were you bullied about as a child?
Yeah, that was my thing. So, I mean, when people manage to want to come talk to me is, I didn't tell him come over here. He just see me and I guess he wanted. I don't know.
So apparently Neci saying she got bullied for being thick. So say I was bullied for being smart, which is a real thing. I too was bullied for being smart. People in the hood do not like to see a young nigga that can read. Like black people, that's one thing we need to end in our community. Teasing people for stuff like they can read. They will really like hit somebody and hey, and that book. Look at him in this book. Like we really gotta get away from that. Bullying from being smart, like in the hood, it did something to me. It made me decide to kind of dim myself and dumb myself down on how I talk to people because it could get you beat up in the hood for real. And that's something I've actually dealt with throughout a large portion of my life because when they start saying things like, oh, he talk white or he think he better than me and stuff like that, that just because you know a thing or you're a know-it-all. No, you're a know a little bit. That's why you mad at me. But to say that will get you bullied. Darren says, I'll never forget back in Elena because I was answering questions from the teacher. I was told I was acting white. See, it's a real thing. Now, Darren, you weren't one of those who were like, teacher, we forgot the homework. Now that's different. You should get bullied for that.
He probably was.
So tell us in the comments, what were you bullied for as a child? What do you remember? What stood out to you?
What stood out for you specifically, John?
What stood out for me, right? You remember Hillary?
Yes.
So me and him were in Afro-American Studies, right? And it was a hard class because Jupiter Farquhar did not mess around. No,
Mr. Farquhar, big up yourself.
yes, big up Jupiter Farquhar. Afro-Caribbean Studies was a hard class. This man, when I'm talking hard, I mean he would you had to answer everything in the form of an essay question and stuff like that. Like he was training us, trying to get us ready for college. I remember not letting people know that I wasn't struggling. Like I was getting A's and B's only, and everybody else was struggling in the class, so I would not tell them what my test scores were. So one day Hillary saw my test score was like a 93. After we walk and he telling me, man, my test was and we walk and he see my test score and he was like, what? Jamal thought your ass was dumb, man. So that stood out.
Dumb like the rest of us.
Yeah, the man said, I thought your ass was dumb, man. No, I just used to play dumb for you, so I don't, you know what I'm saying, feel no type of way. The most classic.
I thought you would get bullied for your skin.
Oh, that was elementary school.
Okay.
By high school, dark skin was coming in. You know what I'm saying? We were getting at it. But elementary school, if you were Puerto Rican, you was the in thing. Them Puerto Ricans in like 5th grade with mustaches, they were getting all over, man. The long hair and everything. But me, I'm an African booty scratcher. Listen, being black was dark shadow, midnight, minutes to 12. That was a terrible time. And a lot of you, like, hey, black people racist back to, you know, to be called an African booty scratcher in the 3rd grade was damaging. Keita said the most classic thing, fatty boom boom. Oh man, poor Keita, poor little Keita. Look, some of the things I saying don't sound like bullying to me for real. You know? Caribbean accent, bringing curry for lunch, being smart, boob size, my big glasses. I can see the glasses thing. The 4 eyes thing was heavy.
I had some big glasses too. I don't know if I got bullied for that, but it was mentioned a couple times.
Okay. I know.
I didn't know it was style back then, you know.
Did they care about the style of the glasses?
I mean, I sure my mom was on like Medicaid or something. I had to pick up a frame, could have been covered under the plan or whatever. You know, it wasn't gonna be like no.
Yeah.
You know,
it's what you get.
Pure and them kind of thing. It wasn't gonna be that stuff.
I know I'm so unfazed by fat jokes. I say them things myself. Them your mama jokes. Was just first of all, in the Virgin Islands growing up, just saying your mother, you wouldn't even get to have to finish it. It's already on. It's already time to fight just for mentioning somebody's mother. So them mother jokes with the tambo, your mother so fat. They also used to tease me because my mother had a big butt. That was a thing. I remember I was teased for being bigger than the other students. Why would they tease the bigger guy? In 6th grade, I was 5'5" and wore size 11 and a half. I was skinnier back then. How are you going to tease
Probably stood out from all the other short kids, yeah.
That's interesting. Nah, definitely not about assignments. LOL, just answering questions. They couldn't bully me for answering questions because I never used to answer them. The teacher would have to call me, and then I might answer correctly. Because I know if them dum-dums hear me answering correctly, they're going to want to bully me to do the homework. And I ain't raising my goddamn hand. You trying to set me up? Me no rat. I don't like doing homework. Okay. Jerica said she was teased for being smart. My skin, not super pretty, big. Apparently, big boobs was a thing to get teased about.
Because them girls have no chance.
I thought that would have made you popular.
Popular to the men that are no longer attracted to the girls that don't have no shape or nothing to show. And I wasn't even trying to show nothing. I just wanted to go to school and play sports.
Okay, so let me ask.
I literally had to stop playing volleyball because of it. Literally.
Damn. So let me ask the early, blessed, bountiful bosom ladies. If you were teased for having boobs, how did that affect you? Did that have you like wearing loose fitting clothes? Like, what did you do to offset that teasing?
I mean, I wouldn't say I wore loose fitted clothes. There was a point where I stopped wearing skirts and only wore pants to school. And I was like, I want a boy pants. I don't want like the thickest girl school pants. Yeah, I remember I used to wear the boy pants to school. Yeah, and so because I used to like to play sports, and so I primarily played softball and volleyball, and then I faced a lot of volleyball first because volleyball you gotta wear them little shorts that fit your hip and them tights that mid thigh, and you gotta jump and spike the ball. And I like you said, I hit hard. I had a spike that used to get me on a streak. Okay, when I come to spike it, they got space, so can they know? But I also sitting on there and I hearing the hey, I mean, I wasn't being bullied from stopping to play volleyball, but the man them talking on the sideline, not the student athletes, the man them, I was very uncomfortable. And I was like, I need a longer pants, I need a loose pants, and they was like, but you couldn't wear loose pants, and I was like, after a while, I was like, I can't go to these games. These games ain't for me. You trying to focus on playing man saying, no, when I was 14, I think it was 14, and yeah, my son. And then, you have bend, you kind of like hunch over when you play volleyball, bend over, and they're like, wow, watch how she look when she bend over there. And like hearing it as a child was traumatizing for me.
Grown men were yelling that from the stands?
Man at the gym talking on the bleachers now the boys them were doing it too, but the man them was right with them.
Wow.
The man them.
Akilo, the girl and sugar said, I've been bullied for being light skinned. Now that man saying I'm the bully because a lot of them man are grown at goofies. Hey, congratulations on that latest video. It's very true. A lot of them man like man, because ain't no way you waking up on a Sunday rolling from underneath a woman to go under the top up on that man.
I missed a video. I gotta look and see.
Yeah, check it out, the Goofies video. But you see what I'm saying about? Are you talking about certain things I'm saying don't sound like you could be bullied about? Because I remember light skinned man used to be the thing for a good 30 years. You had a hell of a run. It's only just now melanin.
But he too light. He too bright.
Okay, Akilo, if you're still there, let me hear what they used to say to tease you for being light skinned. I can't wait to hear this. How did they tease you for being light skinned? Marcus says, I was bullied for being fat. Yeah, and them young children, the worst. They're very mean. Light skin was definitely in back in high school. I remember the girls only wanted Puerto Rican man so that their kids would have good hair, because they would have the long hair and the ponytail, and it's true. Them Puerto Ricans will get all the woman in. Akilo talk the things. I was too tiny, made fun of for my glasses, and because I was a tomboy. My teachers thought I was gonna be into girls alone. Now look at me.
Ooh, look at me. Yoshi bad. What I mean?
Yo, she like mine. That's what she said.
I mean, I got the drift. I'm just, it's the delivery. Look at me.
I remember even back in junior high, man was already smoking weed heavy. Yes, like under the bleachers in the gym. At Journey to Love says, I was teased for curly hair and speaking proper. You see what I get the teasing for the speaking proper. Oh, you talking white, you think you better. I get that. Why were you teased for the curly hair? Explain that, please. Tell us about that one. Peter says, big boob teasing is crazy. Free the titties.
Nah, Peter don't, nah. Peter, they used to call me Coke because I looked like the glass Coke bottle. Boobs.
Yeah.
Stink, waist,
so
and Jack, hear you. You know what?
Oh, she was shaped like a Coke bottle. How terrible!
But I didn't understand what that meant, like in a sexualized way.
Of course.
And I wasn't thinking of it in that way. It's just me. She's skinny, she's black, she's white. Like nobody explained that to me.
Man. Yes. Darren said, I like big boobs even back in high school. I mean, who did?
What boy didn't?
Now we've all transitioned, we've grown, now we're all ass men. I get it. They tease me because gravity did its thing. Explain this one, please. Javon says I wore loose-fitting clothes until 11th grade. What changed in 11th grade? You started embracing it? What happened after 11th grade? Talk to me. I do remember this. So tell us, how did you deal with the bullying back in the day? Because you know them little children were mean. Big boobs and glasses are the holy grail. That man was tripping. We were young and dumb then. Middle school, them gay allegations nearly end me, son. Feel stupid now as an adult of the alphabet mafia. Growing up, I can't imagine growing up gay in the Virgin Islands. I cannot imagine how bad that would be, because they hate gay people more than pedos, which is crazy.
I think it was more like the flamboyancy of it, because it was a very uncommon thing to see then.
No, we talking about a girl dressed as a boy though.
Are the tomboys?
Oh yeah, like I know of several, but they could fight, so I don't know who. Like, check out them and like, come on now. I don't know. Did they get teased? I don't think they got teased like that.
Them guys used to fight. They weren't getting teased. They only throw hands quick.
That's what I'm saying. Like the ones I know, the tomboys I know growing up didn't get teased because they'd punch you. But and then volleyball games, the boys would sit on the front row, aggravating AF. I bet.
Listen to me. I glad Siobhan could relate. I glad somebody could relate, because it was annoying. I used to be like, bench me. I don't want to play.
I bullied the bullies, LOL. I was suspended a lot. That's what you have to do, and that's what I learned. Listen, the only way to stop a bully is to beat them. Like, literally, all that other talking and ignore, that is a lie. Punch them in the face. That and fuss before they even start up good. Bah! That's the only way to deal with one. I said. I mean, you can say what you said, but that's what I learned. And apparently, it makes you popular. I also learned that.
Yeah, but I don't like. I'm not an argumentative person. I ain't arguing you. If we gonna fight, we gonna fight.
That's what I'm saying.
But me walking around with this, you can't catch me with the. But if you in my personal space, I join the first hand, and usually when my hand show you fight done anyway.
See what I'm talking about? Listen, I tell her about them heavy hands. It's not a joke. I was messing around with Neci when she was up in Atlanta. We out at a museum. I said something to she. The girl hit me in my back. I almost got it. God damn, she girl almost had me needing a healer, yo. That's heavy like hell.
It was not. No, why are you exaggerating this?
I like it. Yes! Okay, all right. So it wasn't no. It wasn't one. I like about that too.
The sound effect, though.
Jerica says, "Listen, being called Raisin Brown was damaging." Oh no, this is some people don't talk about. The raisins on the leg. That was the Virgin Islands was vicious with that thing.
They used to kill them girls and raisin stuff. Oh my god.
Yeah, the girl them that used to be outside and fall along a lot. Poor thing. They used to go in on the raisins. So they used to tease Akilo saying he's adopted. My brother is darker than me. Remember, I'm not mixed, but I was swinging back with jokes. Damn, they used to call him adopted. I didn't even think about that one. Yoshi's a man named Sugar. Hey, Yoshi, very aggressive. That's what it is, you know. If she want you, you come in to get you, you understand?
Yeah, what she said, she like, Neci. I'd be like, whoa.
Crystal got teased for her curly hair because she part Puerto Rican. I thought everybody loved the Puerto Rican men. I'm confused. What's that about?
Oh, my Crystal is she's stateside, so it's not.
They didn't like. They didn't like curly. I don't know. That's
No.
different. About to start telling my stories. Don't worry, I'm looking into a publisher. So they were jealous of her nice hair. That's what I'm saying, because the good hair thing has always been a thing. So why when your hair curly, they would tease you? That's confusing for me, man. The boobs will not be freed because they hang low and they wobble to the flow. Listen, titties are titties, right? We still love them. We don't give a damn. That's you'll be putting that pressure on yourself. Man love titties. We do not care. We just want to see them free them. Free up. Arm raises, girl. I don't wear bra half the time. These things on the up and remember, mine used to group up to try and test me. 3 to 4 man, but just me. I used to laugh. Majority of the time was tough talk, no action. Usually I would be. A classmate sent a comb with a note. Comb your curls or get a perm. Attached from the back of the classroom to where I was seated in front. Girls thought I was wearing a wig. Damn.
Ooh.
I don't know if the girls or the boys was.
Ooh.
This freak. What? All right, let's get off this. Let's get off this one. Hold up. So the next trending topic I want to discuss, right? Okay, as a mother, is it wrong to want to like take care of your child even when they're going by their father? This woman, right? She gotta be naive or new to the internet or something, because she made a video. She thought it was cute. She posted it to the internet. I want to know, after you see this video, I'm gonna ask you a question. Let's see. But check out this video.
This is what I have packed for my son to go to his dad's house for the weekend. 3 bags of kettle cooked chips, 3 sandwiches. I got chopped ham, and then turkey breast, 1 Lunchable, 3 cereal cups, and some milk, 2 salads, and I did grill some chicken in a salad, ham, cheese, 8 boiled eggs, bacon bits. This is the croutons, and this is the salad dressing. I got 2 of these right here. 0 sugar Gatorade, 2 Powerades, 3 mini Sprites, a lot of water, 5 waters and 2 mini waters. Most likely his dad got water. And he has some Alfredo with garlic bread. This is just a little snack if he, wanted whatever. Some Oreo cookies. And he gone.
So this mother meal prepped for the weekend to send her son to her father's place. What do you think about that?
Does it say why she did it? Or she just did it because she wanted to?
She just did it because she wanted to. That's what she does. She said her son is picky.
Oh, then I don't see anything wrong with it.
Do you think the responses were positive or negative?
I know they were negative. They were probably bashing the hell out of the father.
Correct. So now, here's what'll kill me. The father is not actually a part of it. It has nothing to do with him at all. The video has nothing to do with the father at all. She does this because she thought it would be cute. She liked it. She wanted to kind of show off a little bit. Which I'm like, oh, you're so cute. You're naive. You don't know nothing about the internet, man. You must be new here. She posted it.
She definitely learned a lesson.
She did. She got me because she did that. And now them girls went in on the father. How you mad because of my co-parenting status? I didn't tell her. We don't know if he told her to do it or anything. She enjoys it so much. She wanted to share it with the world.
Mm-hmm.
And now the father is all of a sudden, he's a daddy. So here's her response.
Hey, so I posted a video, not thinking much of it, just showing what I packed my son for his dad's house for a 3-day weekend, and that is somewhere he asked to go, and that is something I usually would do, send snacks, but this time I kind of sent a lot of food, and I felt like the spread was pretty nice, so I said, let me post this, because I'm like, this is postable, I want to show this. Not thinking I was gonna get such negative responses from people, y'all. Like, what? How you got all the negativity from me doing something as a mom positive?
Imagine, right? You getting bashed because she thought this video would be cute and posted it. You know, she said this depends on the dad situation. She just being a mother. We don't know what the situation is. That's the thing.
It doesn't depend on anything. She's just doing it.
Oh, I know the picky child problem. That was a hell of a spread, first of all. But like, what if, like, okay, if he doesn't or can cook, or she don't like what he to cook for the child or something like that, and she decides to do this, is he then a bad parent still? Like, they were going in on this man who had nothing to do with the video. Man always getting the blame. The fact people need a whole story is dumb. Use context, people. Listen, especially on TikTok, people do not care about the context. I do have to tell him her likes and dislikes when she goes because he's unaware. And that's kind of a part of it. If you have the child majority of the week, that kind of, they spend majority of the time with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to understand that. They come over on the weekend, you deal with them during school and pack lunches maybe and all of that stuff. During the week, it's the weekend. He might be off that whole time and they're just kicking it. Mm-hmm. So it's a different set of circumstances. But people ain't even thinking about that. Any bet majority of the negative, come on now. We ain't even have to guess that. But what I do want to touch on, right? Mm-hmm. Can we start admitting that the reason why they went in on a man that may or may not even exist, because a lot of the videos be lies for real, is because a lot of women do not like men? Can we finally admit that? Because how do you get mad at a good co-parenting situation? She wants to do this for her child. She said the child is picky, and you're mad at a man you don't know, is not on screen, had nothing to do with the video. How did you find a man to get mad at? They just don't like man. That's what it is. Because a lot of the comments were, oh, he must live in a tent. And what's wrong with his arms? All of this stuff. They don't put the man in a halfway house because she wanted to pack stuff for the child. It's because I don't like man. Just admit it.
No, I will say it's one of, for me, I watched the video and I feel like it's one of two things. One, she doesn't want to take the time to communicate with the dad so he can be able to provide the meals that their child doesn't like. Because like she said, if he's picky, she understands that she's with him primarily at the time. He's not with him as often. She has to do some teaching to the dad so he knows what to do. Or B, she just genuinely likes to do that and wanted to do it for her son.
And also, think about this. If I only see my child on the weekends, right? You have them for 5. I have them for 2 and some change. Mm-hmm. The food that you have to buy more. You have to buy more than I gotta buy. Mm-hmm. So all of this that he to eat, apparently that man to eat. All of that food that he to eat, if it just stays in his fridge and the father doesn't eat it, it's going to go bad. Mm-hmm. But no, the man living in a tent. Apparently, he's homeless or struggling.
This is crazy.
That's what they say. Not gonna lie, I had that initial reaction. But let me ask you, why? What do you think is behind that? What do you think is really behind that? And if it was reversed, where the dude was showing off that he's doing this to send for his, what would you think then? I guarantee it probably wouldn't have been the same initial reaction. They wouldn't have put the mother in a tent.
No. It would have been that she's probably falling on hard times. He probably would have said his part, he needs to do better to help the mom, and it'd have been out of that. Yeah.
I didn't get none of that. I was dropped off at my mom's house with a Bible and a prayer. I ain't gonna say nothing. But yeah, I just wanted people to see that video because it's like, first of all, I think she's so adorable and naive because she really expected that to go well. Like, That's so cute. We gotta stop hating each other for real.
We gotta stop hating the men. And
It's
there's
a
some
cycle.
hate, but it's not the whole race. Like, that's beyond me.
It's really a loop. It's a loop because the women, the man like the red pill man, they're making all this hate content. Then the woman hate those man, and it just keeps going and going. When will this end?
I don't know.
It's so
The man
stupid.
didn't even cross my mind when I watched that video.
But apparently that's the initial reaction of most. Like they went in on him and they were even apologizing to her. Like they were apologizing to her. Like this ain't negative towards you. Let me block this weirdo. This ain't negative towards you. This about him. Why is it negative towards him? You don't know it.
We don't know nothing about him. The man could have been paying like $1 zillion in child support, have a really great house, everything.
Yeah.
And that's what she wanted. And she just do that. Stay home and cook and prepare, make what she wants to do. We don't know nothing. But I guess the imagination it's always curious how people that come to their conclusions with lack of information. It's always intriguing.
It is. But yeah, that was crazy. I wanted to see if the audience would have had the same reactions. And apparently it is. It's just what it is. Why can't women hating men get called for a movement? Red pill women, man eaters. They are.
Man eaters will be taken the wrong way.
They call them pink pill now. So there is a name for it. They're called pink pill. I personally feel each home should have things for the child, clothing, food, and enrichment. I agree. Absolutely.
But if she still wants to send her child with his things that he likes, who
Yes,
can stop her? Nobody?
You seen how excited she was though? Like you could hear how excited she was.
Yeah, she's like, I did that.
Yeah. It didn't sound like she was doing it out of hate or anger.
No.
But all right, y'all turned it. All right, so now the next trend. This isn't trending, but I thought he expressed this so well. I think y'all needed to hear it. The bad parts of being a player. Y'all need to hear this. And this young man, he breaks this down so perfectly and explains it so well. I think everybody needs to tap in on this.
The more women you sleep with, the more numb you become to them. Ironically, that numbness actually makes you more attractive to certain women because you finally act attached and calm around them. So you end up in this weird loop. Because you get laid so often, you stop caring as much, and because you don't care as much, you get laid even more. On the surface, this isn't the worst thing in the world. You get laid a bunch, you don't stress about losing women, you're not worried about being single or having to find another. There's a real sense of freedom in that. But it's a freedom that isn't exactly free. The more repetitions you clock in that player loop, the harder it becomes to emotionally connect when the good ones come along. You end up hearing so many women say the same things and act the same way that you stop fully believing it. This might sound harsh, but when 30 different women have looked at you with the same eyes and told you how much you mean to them in the exact same phrasing, tone, and timing, it just doesn't hit the same way. You start thinking, you don't even like me, you just like how I make you feel right now and don't want to lose that feeling. Whether that's actually true or not, you'll never know, but that's how it feels. The more exposure you get, the more patterns you notice, and the less romantic everything starts to feel.
Woo! What do you think about that?
He said some things.
I hope y'all
Introspective analysis of womanhood and his ability to disconnect. Oh, okay.
I hope I were paying attention because he did not necessarily go after the idea that women say they like nice guys, but he did address it if you were paying attention. He really was cooking. That man and he said it, he had to be reading it like he wrote down the whole thing as like a thesis statement, but he put it beautifully. But the loop of being indifferent is a double-edged sword, which I think he talked about. Well, that it is a lot. Tell us what you got from it. Please, if you really paid attention to what he was saying, I might play it again if you need me to. If you're paying attention to what he was saying, what do you think about what was said? Because I think a part of it really is becoming numb because of consumption. Let me say that.
Mm-hmm.
You get used to, first of all, eventually it becomes easier and easier.
Mm-hmm.
Because men do learn patterns. They learn what works, what doesn't work. They adjust and stuff like that because men are quote unquote hunters, like y'all say. However, after a while, the commodity that you're pursuing, what's the reason behind it? If you're just going to continue to be a player, but even if you decide you want to get married, you still see women differently because of the consumption.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's had so much women that he's just disassociated.
Yeah, he's in the game, but because the game is in him. Like, that was dope. Basically, he said that being what some women want is a numb man that can never give them what they really want. In a sense, there's a lot more to what he said too, though. But you'd have to really tap into what he said. Derek, I want to know. You said that's a lot. What do you think about what he said? Does it work the same way for women, you think?
I think for women, it's probably more like trying to fill a void that's unfillable. And so you want to consume, you're consuming to get a feel that you know won't last, but you can't help but to get that feel. Because it brings you some sense of fulfillment or completion.
But it doesn't last.
But it doesn't last. So now you have to go and seek it again.
Yeah, I love that little clip, man. I hope everybody watch it and really listen to what he said. I'll play it one more time, because it's not long, but it's deep.
The more women you sleep with, the more numb you become to them. Ironically, that numbness actually makes you more attractive to certain women because you finally act attached and calm around them. So you end up in this weird loop. Because you get laid so often, you stop caring as much, and because you don't care as much, you get laid even more. On the surface, this isn't the worst thing in the world. You get laid a bunch, you don't stress about losing women, you're not worried about being single or having to find another. There's a real sense of freedom in that. But it's a freedom that isn't exactly free. The more repetitions you clock in that player loop, the harder it becomes to emotionally connect when the good ones come along. You end up hearing so many women say the same things and act the same way that you stop fully believing it. This might sound harsh, but when 30 different women have looked at you with the same eyes and told you how much you mean to them in the exact same phrasing, tone, and timing, it just doesn't hit the same way. You start thinking, you don't even like me, you just like how I make you feel right now and don't want to lose that feeling. Whether that's actually true or not, you'll never know, but that's how it feels. The more exposure you get, the more patterns you notice, and the less romantic everything starts to feel.
I'll say this, right? In my opinion, my personal opinion, every time we get into a relationship, when we leave that relationship, we leave a piece of ourselves with that person. And I do believe that if you're in too many relationships, you can lose too much of yourself. That's why you hear people say a lot of the time, I need to find myself again after like a long-term relationship, because you've left pieces of yourself and you've integrated pieces of the person you were with into who you are and all of this other stuff. So we need to concentrate on that and like really focus on the fact that, are we losing ourselves in these relationships? Sometimes it's good to take a break and find yourself again in hopes that you have not given up too much of yourself by then. And we also need to understand that numbness, if you are numb, you shouldn't be seeking for someone else to unnumb you.
It's like that drug that
at some point you're just doing it because that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Siobhan says it's important to separate capacity for intimacy from body count. Some men who sleep with many women are avoidant, chasing novelty to avoid vulnerability. Others are not numb at all. They're simply not oriented toward monogamy. The risk is pattern without depth. connection without presence, sex without meaning, when meaning is desired but unreachable. I think another thing that I need to process too, like these men that sleep with a lot of women, they see a lot of patterns that women do, and they may see what women do in relationships. While they're in relationships, they're sleeping with this dude that sleeps with a lot of women. They see the patterns out, and then it makes being in a relationship seem less likely or less like something that they want to do, because I don't want to become that guy that she's sleeping around on. Or I don't want to take what I've seen, bring it to my relationship, and now I'm wondering if every time she says she's going somewhere, she's gonna do me like how these girls be doing with me.
Mental warfare.
But it's all things that we need to work on ourselves, because ultimately, whatever you bring into our next relationship, you're always bringing you. All right, you will always be there. So that jumping from relationship to relationship, keep in mind you're gonna always be there. Yo, she with the eyes.
She tried to bite her tongue because she been aggressive tonight.
Hey, the man pointing you through it or what? Yo, she wondering that, or you pointing them through it? Which one?
We know which one.
What I want to leave you guys with, this is going to be my final words, I guess. What I want to leave you guys with is, we didn't touch much on the news because it's already pretty depressing. But I want y'all to understand, when they said the revolution will not be televised, that is very true. And we're seeing it real time. I hope people are realizing that, because the news is not showing you what's going on. Keep in mind, the videos that I'm seeing are all on apps, not on the news. There are people really pushing back against an invading force, an entire regime. This was going on this week.
Thank you, brothers and sisters, for being here.
They literally shut down their downtown. There wasn't no heat or organizing or none of that. People just showed up like ants because they're tired of what's happening. But what are your final words, Neci?
My final words would be, I had an interesting conversation yesterday, and from that I had this is gonna be a good quote of the week for you. Is your GPS never tells you when you make mistakes. It just recalculates you until it puts you back on the correct course. So while we all make mistakes, just don't hold yourself hostage. Refocus, realign, get back on track. You deserve to reach your final destination.
I like that. The GPS never tells you that you made a mistake. It just reroutes you, just recalculates. Amen. That's a good one. I like that. It's a great way to end out the show. To everyone out there, thank you for tuning in. Remember, you can always follow us on Instagram at Same Difference 2022, or on TikTok at Same_Difference_pod, YouTube at VI_very_own. If you'd like to donate, we also have a PayPal, so you can donate to the show. Every Sunday, you can tune in live on our YouTube or 101.3 Raw FM's Facebook page. We're considering, looking into how we could get back on the radio station as well. We're working on that, so stay tuned. We always got more coming. There's always more working in the background. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let people know about A Different Day with Jah Neci. Keep your eyes out for the clips. Share our stuff so people can see us, please. It doesn't take long. I share or repost, 1 click, 2 seconds, if that. All right, just support us the way you support them strangers you've never met in your life. All right, see you next week, Sunday, 4 p.m. AST, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love you guys. We out. Peace.